Hi, this is Coach Colette, host of the Start Within podcast, and welcome to another episode of Financial Fridays. Before we hear from Suhky today, I want to say to you, congratulations! If you are listening to this message, then you have made it through the month of January. I don't know about you, but it's been a bit of a challenging month for me. And it's interesting, the energy, I always look to what's happening outside of me when I encounter struggles. So we obviously have just had the new moon and we've switched into Aquarius. We had the lunar new year. And so it's been interesting to think about how all of this energy is shifting and changing. And when we were doing our homework for this episode, we started to learn something also about January. So I'm going to take you into a little bit of Greek mythology here, so bear with me. But January is named after Janus, the Roman god for beginnings, gates, transitions, doorways, or passages. So I think you can see where I'm going here. What doors and passages did January open for you? What's also interesting about Janus is that he was usually shown or depicted as having two faces looking at opposite ways. So one face was looking back towards the past and the other face was looking towards the future. And I really feel that that's what January has been like for me. Part of it is looking back on 2019 and reflecting and thinking about what worked, what didn't work, what did I want to bring into 2020. And the other part has been looking forward and aiming to dream what I want to manifest in 2020. And so it's interesting. How have you been feeling? And how have you been in this space, partly looking back, partly looking forward? And I mentioned when we started the month that New Year doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get your year all wrapped up and all of your intentions laid out right on January 1st. So have you been giving yourself that space to think and to dream and to reflect? I have, and I've also felt the tension between doing that and actually taking action and setting things in motion. So when it comes to this podcast, I'm excited because we are starting to think about what will our 100th episode be about, because we're going to hit that milestone this year. And also still needing to plan out each of these weekly episodes. And another thing that we're working on the business side is looking to do more work in public schools. And so I've been dreaming about what that can look like. So I share all that to say that though I am sharing these tips and thoughts and suggestions and advice with you on this podcast, I'm also human, right? So this is me being transparent about the fact that when you're on this purposeful journey, it can be challenging. And so it's a matter of thinking about, what do you do when you hit the roadblocks? What do you do when you hit the challenges? And how do you sometimes sit in the energy of uncertainty? And me being a Virgo and a bit of a type A, that can be challenging for me to just sit in the space of I don't know. So I hope that this is helpful for you and that you are taking some thoughts and things to consider as we close out January. You still have that time to dream into what you would like 2020 to be for you. So that's all for me right now. Get ready and listen up to today's tip from Suhky Singh.
Hello everyone, this is Suhky Singh, aka Investing of the Investing Podcast, with you, a weekly financial Friday tip. When was the last time you sat down with your financial advisor or your financial professional to see where you're at and to see what goals you're planning to create this year with your finances? I suggest you set up an appointment with your financial advisor so that you can really take this year to your next financial level. With that said, that is your weekly Financial Friday tip, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Coach Colette again. I just wanted to remind you that if you have a money question or limiting belief that you would like to talk about and release, you can send us a voice message and have your question or topic be the subject of one of our next Financial Fridays episodes. You can go to anchor.fm/coach-colette/message and record your question, topic, or issue that you would like to discuss. And maybe Suhky and I will even include that message on an episode. So go to anchor.fm/coach-colette/message and share your money issue or question. So what is your takeaway from this week's Financial Fridays segment? What might you do differently around your money and your mindset? For more financial advice, you can check out Suhky's podcast, Invest Singh, where I also share tips on his Wellness Wednesdays segment. If you enjoyed this episode and haven't already subscribed, you can do so on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Coach_Colette for more inspiration on personal growth and wellness. Tune in next Friday for another episode and get ready to start within to finish strong.